Modern characters are now designed to represent you, the average person. Media says to be yourself. At one point, I listened to this messaging and it almost ruined my life. Here's why aspirational characters are essential. Salam, my name is Mustafa. I am the solo game developer of Sabr Path. We see more and more big studios releasing games with characters that are uninspiring. These characters are not appealing, they're not attractive, they're not strong looking, they're not even cool looking. They tell us that these characters are more relatable because of the fact that they are not attractive or good looking. Some of these characters don't represent me or you. At best, they might represent the goofball walking around in Walmart in their pajamas. We've been seeing these character designs in games such as Concord, Dragon Age Veilguard, the Saints Row reboot, Ghost of Yotei, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, Marathon, and we can even go back further to DMC Devil May Cry. They want to platform and celebrate what's average at best. Before we started seeing all these characters show up in media and video games, what led up to this was the constant messaging of be yourself. At the surface level, be yourself sounds good. What's the problem with accepting who you are? But when you really think about it, what does be yourself mean? The self is constantly changing. Myself today is different from myself from 5 years ago, which is also different from myself from age 5. So does be yourself mean be the person you currently are? Or does it mean be the person that you want to be? Is it telling me to change or not to change? And that's a core problem with the statement. It doesn't mean anything. Be yourself is vague. It's a push for authenticity, but what is authentic? Striving for authenticity because they're being told to be yourself is preventing them from growth. I'm not the problem, you're the problem. And therefore, it's an excuse for negative behavior. Back in 2016, I fell off a bicycle and I injured my spine. I thought maybe yoga would help out, but actually made it a lot worse due to the twisting, and then it led to having a herniated disc. During this time, I had the worst pain shooting down my left leg. Not only did it constantly feel like a lightning bolt going down my leg, but I also started feeling numb and I couldn't feel anything on my skin. This led to me limping around and I have muscle atrophy on my left calf. For nearly a year, I was limping around in pain until I finally had back surgery. I was told that I should feel an immediate change after the surgery, but I didn't. The change was extremely slow. During that year after my surgery, I decided that if I keep on dreaming of being able to walk regularly again and do anything normally again, then I'm always going to be miserable. And the only way to really be happy is to accept that I'm a handicapped person and I'm physically disabled. I felt like I was accepting who I truly was. And then sometime during 2018, I realized I was being pathetic. I decided I was tired of this. I was tired of being in pain. I was tired of limping around. And instead of being yourself, I decided to be better. I decided to get into self-improvement. Fitness became a huge part of my life, which it wasn't before. I went from being the heaviest I've ever been in my life, which was around 250 pounds, down to 170 pounds. The weight loss helped relieve the stress on my spine, and being active helped me function more normally once again. It eventually got me into the best shape of my adult life. And it didn't just stop at fitness. I started reading books and I also joined a men's group. The message of being yourself and authenticity is a message of telling us to choose the easiest route. This leads us to making lazy choices and lacking growth. There is no such thing as stagnation in life. We're either growing or we're degrading. And growth is the best thing for us. That's why discipline is so important for physical fitness, for work productivity, for education. Even social interactions require practice, patience, and growth. Our media models behavior, and the repetition of the behavior in media normalizes those values. We're social beings, so we're either being influenced by others or we're influencing others. And this is why it's important to be influenced by our media towards better, not worse. Characters that are underwhelming, who look tired and old, who look ugly, who are obese, who look unremarkable. In isolation, these characters can be fine, but when the market gets flooded by games and media with characters that are uninspiring, it's no longer in isolation. It becomes the pattern. It becomes a trend that they're trying to push as the norm. What's unremarkable shouldn't be the norm in media. Many people choose to play video games because of escapism. But video games should be more than just burning our free time. At the very least, gaming should be aspirational. This is why it's so important that we reject games that have uninspiring characters and that we welcome games with aspiring characters. We need characters who are good looking to inspire us to look our best. Amazing characters with great qualities inspire us to be strong, to be smart, to be great leaders. Characters that inspire us to learn. Characters that inspire us to get fit. Characters that inspire us to do the right thing when it's the hardest thing to do. Let me know what you think about this situation in the comments below. Thanks for getting this far in the video. Please like and subscribe to help boost the algorithm. Take care. Salam.